All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Mass Mayor here, and welcome in for episode 2 for Blueprints. So last time I played this game over the weekend, absolutely enjoyed what bit of it that I've dived into so far. Definitely kind of seeing a bit of a learning curve with it, some really challenging puzzles, or the potential for some challenging puzzles. We haven't really dived too far into. I think we're only on day 4 or so when I stopped. I think. But either way, definitely excited to jump into more of this today, considering like I said how much fun I had with it over the weekend when I played it. And I don't know exactly how often I'll be playing this for this channel. I'm probably gonna let this be my main focal game for right now. That I'll be playing throughout each week until I finish it. We'll see. Because I do eventually want to get started my Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu series, because I keep on putting that off. And there's also a few other games I do want to get started on, but this one is one that I definitely, now that I've kind of gotten into it, seeing what all the hype is about it, I'm definitely wanting to kind of continue it, see what other puzzles we encounter. Because last time we did this billiard room puzzle that revolved around math, and I've actually got a learning deficiency in math, so the fact I was actually able to go in and do it kind of really did give me some hope I might actually be able to finish this game if I can do a math puzzle with some moderate difficulty. It took me a bit to figure it out, but it does seem like it may be a possibility that's going to get more difficult over time, more intricate in regards to the equations that they want me to do. We're gonna see how all that goes. Anyways, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on into this, see what we're gonna get into next. Like I said, I think we should be on day 5 now. And of course I got my little my journal right here. I got a reusable journal. It's called a rocket doc or rocket book. I'm gonna be using try to take notes and such. Because one thing I did learn is apparently the paintings. Thankfully it was a spoiler free thing I saw, but there was something I found out about where apparently you want to keep an eye on the paintings too. So and I was kind of thinking that originally when I saw the paintings in the rooms, there seems like there's some semblance to this. So if there's anything really key, I feel like I might need to jot down as a note. I'm gonna try to keep track of that because the game does implore you to use a notebook. And also I may be using my phone to take screenshots here and there, just kind of use that. I mean, I want to try to keep it as authentic as possible, because the thing is, I was okay, I feel like using a phone, I kind of try to look at the way it was back in the day, back in the Super Nintendo and Genesis days, where you want like say a password, you had to wrote down and you had to write down a notebook, could just take a screenshot of it with a cell phone or something because we didn't have cell phones back then. But anyways, day 5, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. Yeah. So like I said, I'm really curious, like where the game's gonna take us next. Because I do know at least, one of the things that seems like it might give us possibly some permanent upgrades as long as, we chart it each time, is the observatory or whatever. But I'm not entirely sure because, like, we did get the bonus, a bonus where it gave me, like, 2 chests, like, when I started off, like, a day. But following, me finding it, like, getting, like, charting the constellation, it gave me that. Well, the chests aren't here right now, as you guys can see. Okay, so we're gonna start off going first, straight ahead this time. All right, so the parlor, we know like the puzzle there. Could do that to go and get like a couple more. If I can solve this, I can go ahead and get me like a couple of gems to go and start my run if I solve this correctly. Let's see what we got going on with the 3 boxes here. You were in the parlor, okay? Well, that's correct. This box is empty. The blue box is true. Now, here's what I'm concerned about. This one's obviously telling the truth. We're obviously in the parlor. Instead, there's going to be like, like this puzzle works like, there's one box that, is going to be like, there's going to be at least one that gives a false statement, at least one that gives like a true statement. So, saying this box is empty. I kind of look at like, you are in the parlor. So this one could be lying, saying the blue box is true. So obviously, the blue box is telling the truth. But that doesn't guarantee this is actually the one that has something in it. So this one could be lying. And this one actually could have something in it. Now, I'm probably about to regret my decision here. But Sun's telling me to go with the white one. I'm probably going to be wrong. See? I think they were trying to trick me there. Because this one was lying. Well, actually, technically, I think both of them were lying, actually. That's the thing. They said there's at least one that could be lying. And at least one that, is good, like, tells the truth. That doesn't mean there's not going to be more than one. So this was the one that told the truth here, and both of these were lying. Still, it's a tricky puzzle where it feels like a lot of it's chance. The commissary, we don't really have any money yet. So I don't really want to do the closet right here because, I feel like, honestly, if we do the closet in the middle of the map or whatever, that could, like, take away, like, some junctions for us, like, some paths. I feel like it'd probably be best, maybe, like, to see if we can do, like, do the closet, like, at the edge of a map. Because that's, like, just a full stop there. And it means, like, that can completely, like, keep us from, like, going other paths. I've never done the chapel before, but it says every time we enter there, we'd lose, like, money, but I don't really have any money to lose at the moment. The commissary, we have to use a gem for that, and I don't really have any money like for we'll just do the chapel. It looks pretty neat. At least this way, we can kind of like have like some like linking elsewhere. Just gotta watch how much we go in here if I got money. Or the billiard room, that can go up. These require gems. See if we do this one, there's potential for me to like, there's other green rooms where I can get like, gems out of those too, if I do this one. But the problem is this gives like, 2 different ways. We'll do this. We'll do the drawing room. I hate using a gem, but let's go ahead and like just see exactly where this plots us to, so that way we can go ahead and have this. Definitely want to do this. Might have possibly screwed something up right there because So it means like the drawing room we're going to end up having. Well, then again, that might work out when we go to the drawing room because it pretty much means that we just like, do a closet or something. Have that like a thing on the edge. Okay, both rooms are open. Corridor is always left unlocked. See, the spare room, there's a chance, like, we'll just do corridor. Okay, yeah. All right, now next up, let's see, can we do a closet here? So there's no point doing that because, like, well, it could lead back to the observatory. Well, I don't know. Kind of feel like we should just do the, let's redraw. You know, with the storeroom, we can get, like, some of our stuff back. I think I'm gonna do storeroom. See that right there? It's got a 10 on it. Let's kind of, well, I think, like, for the pictures, I'll just take, you know, for the paintings, I'll just take pictures of them. And for anything I see, like, you know, text-wise, I'll just, like, you know, okay. It's the only time I'm, like, try to stay off my phone as much as possible on streams, Rogues. But, yes, let's see. I feel like that painting might be important. Like, it seems like it's got some semblance to it. While we're at it, picture of the buck. That one's like, I said, there's no, who knows? Maybe there ain't no talent. It may not be anything to it. Probably put like a folder, like actually make like a little folder for on my phone just for, like, you know, all this. All right, so we got, like, everything out of here. We got, like, you know, some coins. Yeah, welcome in, Amber. But also, I feel like, you know, it could just be that. See, I don't think I really need to bother with all this because that's way too many pictures. Like, those in there seem like they might have, like, some definite semblance to them compared to all this out here, but I don't know. All right, let's hit the observatory real quick. No, because we don't want to do that because we're going to lose our change. Or lose our money, so. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to curve back around. That's the only problem with me, like, you know, doing the storeroom. I couldn't, like, you know, have, like, a little shortcut into the observatory. I'd say it's worth it. So now we do this, we'll have, like, a way up. But see, if we do this, you are more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. That means we can get more gems. Problem is, it definitely kind of, like, screws things up right there. This could, like, end up automatically in our run. If you look at that, unless the entrance hall takes me somewhere. So we'll do the den, and I can get a gem out of it anyway. So we got a locked door. We normally don't see those. I know they said that when we go further in or whatever, we can end up, like, you know, having, like, more locked doors. Let's try going up. All right, hopefully this won't cause me any problems. Great chance of finding items in green rooms. It does go straight up. I'll chance it. Plus, this is like a nice little spot right here. I like this one. Okay, so we can't go in there just yet. We need a key. But at least, you know, it looks like we're kind of getting further up to the antechamber. But we can't go that one either. Because this is locked. So we need another key. I feel like, you know, we should be able to find one. I mean, I'm probably about to lose my 1 cent that I got with a little bit of change. I gotta go back to the chapel, so it's gonna cause me to pay. Yep, there that went. Okay, so let me see. We got 3 now, right? I just want to see, like, what we're supposed to be getting here. We get 3 more steps. All right, so that's the slice. All right, back to the entrance hall. We can go around the other way. Sometime during the stream, I'm probably gonna go and, like, explore more of outside too. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Okay, this is a problem. Crap. Hang on a second. All right, guys, back. Sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, continuing this. So the problem we got right here is that this is unfortunately going to end like our run right here. I can't access this. So yeah. Well, see, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Or did we go to the veranda? I can't remember if I actually continued onward, if we need a key for that. I think we need a key to continue the veranda. All right, we'll just do the, guess bunk rooms. We ain't seen this one before. There's a little hamster here. He's got a little bunk bed, too. All right, that's actually cute. So the hamster's got himself a little bunk bed. Oh. I want to see if he's going to get in the wheel. At least we got bananas. Crowbar. It makes you wonder. It's showing a crowbar right here, and the praying hands, you know, with a rosary. Makes you wonder if they're telling you need to do something in the take a picture of this one too. Like, I don't know if there's any semblance to it. Like, I've been taking, like, you know, because the thing is, it seems like in some of the rooms you can tell when maybe it's like it's paintings that have some kind of semblance to them, or sketches that have like some kind of semblance that they might be part of a puzzle. Yeah, and the fact like they even have like a little detail to it when like he's drinking the water, like see his eyes like kind of like, you know, narrow a little bit, like he's actually like he's enjoying it. He does it again. Yeah, it's the fact he's actually got like, you know, some little some animation to him. I swear, like, you know, he was drinking the water before he yeah, I like how they just did like a lot, you know. Yeah, nice little details on the hamster. All right, let me go ahead and actually, might as well go ahead and have both bananas. Not like it really matters, but. Okay, we're gonna head back over to the it's not like I got anything to lose going to the chapel anyway, so. But I do want to look around in here, because see, it showed a crowbar. I don't think, maybe that was just me like speculating on it too much. But the first thing I thought was, okay, that if you had a crowbar, you could probably like, you know, break into the offering box and take your money back, which, you know, that's definitely would probably leave a bad taste in my mouth, all things considered, but. All right, I really want to say I think. All right, peas. So it may just be that there might not even be anything to these paintings, but I heard, like, you know, I kind of saw something where it said that you want to, like, you know, kind of like, you know, keep notes on them, and they do kind of stand out a little bit, like there is something to the paintings. I think this is locked. Yep. All right, so we can't continue onwards here. Because the other door to the den's locked. All right, call it a day. That could went a whole lot better, but hey, you know, it's Vine Rogues, you know. It's the roguelike. It's to be expected. This is what, day 6 now? Okay, so we'll start left this time. I'm going to do the closet right here just because it's at the corner. Just because at the edge. Or it wasn't. Okay, I need to remember that it's a grid of like, 5. I might just... Okay, at least we got a reroll thing. And a key. Because I kind of screwed that up. I put like, I wanted like try to make sure the closets closets or rooms that only have like one basically just like, you can pretty much just only go in and that's it. Of course, personally, the way I'd like to have it is like, I can face the I can go into the closet from above. From like, a room above where it's that way pretty much, because this right here, if you have it over there in the corner, you can't go up. You can only go back. But if you do it from above or whatever, it's basically like now you can go down or whatever anyway. And I don't know. Either way. Kind of had that like one grid, like, one spot, like, too far to the right. Like right here, I don't want to have the storeroom right there or the utility closet. But the drawing room, unfortunately, let's redraw. Okay, now the problem with, now we could do this with the hallway. Let's hope that like everything's open. All right, come on. All right, cool. All right, we kind of save things a little right there. All right, let's just kind of plot a little something here. All right, because here's the thing, with the closet right there, down there, we kind of like locked ourselves out being able to go over further to the left. But if I do the spare room, there's a chance I can. Assuming it's not locked. Okay, cool. I'm going to try something here, see if it'll work. Now we do the parlor, yeah. But we also do the den, we get like, more options. And I can get my, it's kind of a no-brainer for us to do the, den here, because we get like a, gem back. Or we can get a gem out of it. Alright. As long as the door ain't locked. See if this leads... Come on. I should have gotten a gem before I did this. Darn. I might have just goofed things. Okay, well, parlor it is. Because I can get some gems out of it if I can solve the puzzle. Security, we definitely need that. I'm still curious about that one, like, scribble thing. Okay, so we can't, like, go that way anyway. Okay, now we solved this, like, pretty decently the first time, when we came through. The blue box contains the gems. I call it bullshit. The box is the black box. That's BS. Because these two are lying. Okay, so here's the kick to this. I think I've got it already solved. So obviously these two are lying. They said at least one is going to, like, be a lie. Is going to have false statements. And that means that since these two are lying, this one has to be telling the truth, meaning that the blue box has to have the gems. Yahtzee. A little bit of a process elimination going on there. That one was actually simple. But they were trying to trick me a little bit. Okay, that... Yeah, they basically just told on themselves. Because obviously these two didn't even have their colors right, and then that one right there, well. All right, but at least we got ourselves a couple gems. We got one back. Let's go ahead and head on through here. So I want to look at this thing again. Because I can't tell what that says. But I have a feeling like, there may be like a way for us to see what it says. Just gotta like, find it. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna still need to find access levers just to get to the antechamber, because I know this thing's lying, like, lying right through its teeth. Review state inventory. Alright. So we already found everything so far. Alright, keycard system. So here's the way I kind of thought about this. Security level's not going to matter if we can find the key card. For now, I don't know. I'm going to like maybe leave it the way. I feel like I should maybe try to leave it the way it is or what? Because I'm thinking, I feel like, the key card rooms are probably going to have like better stuff in them. But for now, since I don't have an actual key card just yet, if I do find a key card, I'll come back and set it to high because it's not going to really matter then. As long as the key card's reusable, which I think it should be, because we've only like seen like one throughout like all the time I've been playing this game. There's only been like 2 streams so far, but okay, we'll leave it like that for now. Okay. So, darn, we need 3 keys for the garage. Oh no, there's 3 keys in there. But well, we got a gem. I think I'm gonna check out the garage because we've never seen it before. But let's go ahead and like see what we can open up over here first. Yeah, well, let's give us like a little bit of money and also let us like should be, yeah, there's an apple right here. All right, what we got over here? This presents a problem. Because every time we get into the chapel, we're going to lose money. But again, I'm not really buying a whole lot anyway, because I'm pretty sure that's what the money's for. If I do this, I mean, there's a chance the hallway could lead us up, but I want to like see if... Too bad I couldn't... Didn't I have a... Okay, that was last time I had the dice. All right, let's go and check out the garage real quick and hold on a second. Is that for the... I thought it might have been for the garage door. Or is that an intercom? It's kind of strange they just had like a random, Okay, a queen card in the... It's strange. Like, why would they have like a random, like, thing right here? There's an oil spill on the floor. I don't know if there's really any significance to it. Okay, I need to make keep a note of that box. I don't know if it's possible to open up the garage door or what. Okay, let me make a note of this, just to kind of like, so I don't forget about it. Okay. I mean, pretty sure that's something I'll probably remember anyway, but... Yeah, you called that. Yeah, I did. There was one time I found car keys, so maybe that's what it is. Might be some like, link between this and that. All right. It's gonna be a matter if I can find like car keys again, like on this run. Although we got like in a few different ways we can go here. I'm gonna wait on going through the chapel. All right, so let's see what we got. What's over here? A bridge and a bride. Like I said, I feel like some of these may be throwaways. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. No, they're not. We know you're lying. All right. Check one item, retrieve it on another day. Oh, that could be handy, but it's gonna like definitely it's gonna keep me from being able to move forward. See, I would have loved to have had that because that could give me like 3 different ways to go. Well. All right, let's go ahead and head on. So I feel like some of these paintings may not be some significance to them, but I don't know. Like I saw something that kind of said that they can have a point to them. All right, billiard room because we're trying to like keep things moving. Okay, see about like solving the map puzzle in here this time. All right, 6. All right, 12 minus 10 is 2. That'd be 20, right? Because I think that's multiplication. Okay, that's a... Okay, this is gonna be a problem because if that's division, that's where I definitely suck at this. Division's never been my strong suit. I have to that's what that is. $20 divided by 10. Or 10 divided by 20. That's not right, because there's no 0.5 on there. This is 20 divided by 10. I mean, it's not. It might not even be division, but... Two? See, I was thinking 2 at 4, but before, or whatever, but I don't know if this is actually division now, so I might... Okay, so we know the purple one's for division now. Okay, good to know. But at least, I mean, the thing about it is, as long as it's not like very intricate stuff, like, I mean, I may be able to handle it somewhat, because there's been times I've been able to do like some very simple division, but, this is going to be a problem. All right. 17 minus 15. $17 minus 15. So that's 2 again. Times 20. Are they trying to trick me here? Hold on a second. Because if I'm thinking this is what I think it is, I might have already solved it just like that. Is it 4? See, the thing slid over. I was trying to say 4 whatever, and like in the thing slid over to the 18. There should be 4. Yeah, I just kind of like I said, thankfully I was able to figure out most of it's just divisions where I'm kind of struggling. I was using the calculator right there, admittedly. But it's for the most part just still simple math puzzles. But they're continuing to get like more difficult like each time or whatever. That might be an issue. But as long as they just keep it like to, you know, what this or whatever, between like just trying to think it up in my head and also like, you know, just using calculator should still be manageable. But it does seem like it's getting more difficult each time I come in here. Okay, we'll keep doing the observatory. And at least this goes up, so it does like get us close to the antechamber again. Okay, we get like 1 gem. I was supposed to get a gem out of that. Unless I already used... did I have 1 or 2 when I went in? Unless it starts on the next day or something. But then we got plenty of keys. Rumpus room. Okay, the good thing about the rumpus room is that it lets us go straight up as well. And I get a gem right back out of it. Okay, so we can interact with the fortune teller. I don't think there's any semblance of that either. Because, like I said, some of these pictures or whatever. Yeah, it is. I'm going to take a picture of this just to be safe, too. Okay. I don't know if all these are going to help me or whatever, but it could be like, you know, for a puzzle later on. Like in another run or something. Probably like more money that I've had in this. I'm going to put 1 token in here, like 1 coin in here, see what happens.
As it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
Okay, you can go ahead and take this horror stuff out of the way.
You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
That just came out of left field. I thought it would cause a blackout.
I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find.
Cat.
I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not
About to say, you know, if the wind's blowing, like, why is the flag, you know, just staying still?
A door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find.
So you say that.
It holds true beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen.
So I'm,
Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
okay, so basically it means I can't talk to him again just yet. I don't know if I need to keep on, like, well, at least that's one way to keep, like, someone from, like, wasting their money. I wonder if maybe a possibility that, like, more of the story is going to get told, but I feel like I should. Okay. The thing about it is, I'm not really a fan of it. Like, you guys can probably, like, notice, like, it barely actually is, I don't know, because the thing is, it's always been like this, where, I mean, it's a decent pad, it's just that for some reason, like, you know, the, pins don't work the best with it. I don't know what it is. And these are ones I got, they said that they recommended with this one, but I might need to get some more pins. Red flagged. That was a lot to take in. White shore. Don't know if there's any significance to that. Okay, door with a rogue moon. I don't know if there's any, like, really, because that was the main key takeaways from it, but don't know if there's any, like, any point to that. He said he won't have anything to say until tomorrow, so I'm gonna, like, if I can find him again, so we're gonna have to get the rumpus room again. But shoot. See, again, I could have, like, you know, had, like, multiple ways to go here. I can still do the nook and get a key, get another key and everything. But I mean, at the very least, we're getting closer to the antechamber than we've ever been before. Sorry about that, Rogue. Excuse me. All right, good thing we got key here. Ah, crap. There it went. Unfortunately, you can't back it back out of this, where when you have, like, the 3 here, so you have to plot one. If we had a gem, okay, that would have been great. Okay, at least I can do, I'll just do the breaker box. You know, think about it. Wait, we got the garage available. Now, I don't know if that's going to help with anything. But the garage is available, where I just thought about that. We never, like, you know, had, like, you know, a run, like, so far, like, you know, where we had the breaker box and the garage and the utility closet in the garage. Just now it's going to be, like, a big trek to get back over there. So, yeah. I still got, like, the other side of the entrance hall to explore. Especially you can't, like, you know, look at the map while you're walking. I was hoping I could find some food while I'm walking around. If I can at least get in here and solve the puzzle. For the garage, that'd be great. At least I know what to do later. I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake going this way instead, like, you know, going through the back to the entrance first. See if I can find some more food. Okay, let's see if this you know, something happens here now that I turn that on. Wait a minute. So it does open. All right, we're gonna head out here first. See what we can find, rogues. We don't went off map, but only issue is we can't continue from here. But there's definitely gotta be something to this. We might need the car keys. But at the same time, we've also got another whole way we can go here. Is this leading out to the... Wait, are we on the other side of the... Okay, we got around the other side of this now. Can I unlock it at least? Permanently unlocked. All right, so we've permanently unlocked the gate here. All right, now we're making some progress, guys. We unlocked a whole nother spot here we can go check out. Like, fresh from the start. Oh, wow. So we got, like... We'll try this one first. Cause at least we can go here, like, starting it off and get ourselves, like, I guess, like, something to work with, like, when we go with, like, for, like, when we start the day. For last for several... Let's try it out. I'll put 3 in there. You have the blessing of the high roll. Each time you draft a shot room, gain 1 dice. Gain 5 extra money each time you roll dice. 3 days. So that gives me like a reason to like draft shot rooms even if I don't have the money to use them. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was definitely worth coming on out here. And see, now the things we can do this, it kind of gave us a bit of a shortcut when you think about it. Because we left the garage, and we would have had to go through security, the den, the spare room, and the hallway, just get the entrance. All that would have like taken our steps all the way back down. But out here, it was basically like just a couple of areas. So we saved steps doing that. So I was like, what, like 3 or so right here compared to like how many we let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5. Oh no. I mean, who's counting? Technically I am, but... So either way, we're not going to be able to, like, you know, get further up this time either, because the utility closet kind of locked us out on that. But we can at least... Well, there is the chapel. I didn't think about that. We do still have the chapel to do. Now, do the bedroom, just could have gained like 10 extra steps. There's still like a little bit right there. So... See, we can't even access it right there. That would have given us like a dice to re-roll things, but we'll do this. There's the gym right there. I don't know the point behind the bat, because there's a bat right here and there's a bathtub. Okay, best way to go will be entrance hall. Actually, just about the only way to go. Entrance hall, den, okay. So yeah, hallway, spare room, den, security, pantry. I should have enough steps to at least go up here and see what we got going on. What's... My stupid self, like, you know, went... Of course, like, you know, went forward one too many times. All right, den, security room. Pantry. I'm gonna run out of steps here. Dark room. Each day a meal is served in a dining room after rank 8 has been reached. So here's where things are a problem. The dark room had a breaker blocks thing too, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it back to it. But it's definitely like a no... I don't know. I wonder if... Because here's the thing. There's a possibility that, you know, dining room could have food in it maybe, but I'll do dark room. It runs about in a bit anyway. Crap. That complicates matters. Oh, really? Whatever. They just said I wouldn't be able to... Furnace. You're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. Of course. Because red rooms are one... Well, my run's about to end anyway, so it don't really matter. Watch me get a red room right here. We'll do the gem one. Watch this mess me up. Commissary. Arcade machine. Well, this works, because... Salt shaker, what's it do? Whenever you eat food and gain step, you gain additional step. I didn't want it. See, and here's the thing. I could have... I didn't necessarily want to buy it, but okay, because I need food to be able to use it. Staff knows. Fed the first week of December. Payroll for all live. Okay, we are... And there's that thing again. There's the terminal password again. It says without... Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for me. Alright, so we know it's not going to be closed. Annual May is a 2 days only. Alright, so we need to keep that in mind if I can get it. Alright. So... Redraw. I mean, no matter what, we're basically not really going to be able to like, continue much further anyway. I'm almost out of steps here. But I mean, I've gotten further. I mean, I've got more rune supply than ever before. Darn it. Wait, hold on. Didn't the bunk room have like a banana in it before? Or gems, but... I swear I thought this room had like, you know, food in it last time I came in. But I may have just got mixed up. Alright, well. We'll be able to plot next room, but we won't really be able to do anything in there. I mean, I'm not going to be able to keep my gems anyway. Yep, that's it. I'd be a little bit different. Yeah, talking about a little bit. Well, at least we got a permanent upgrade. I can go and visit the shrine starting off. But wait, I'm going to need money to be able to use it. Plus, there might... West Facing Villa. Yeah, but even still, they said that, like, I need, like, levers where just to be able to access the antechamber. That was, like, a lot of plotting we just did. Okay. So, like I said, we got, like, the thing outside, which only costs, like, a few steps to get to. But the shrine's unlocked, which technically means I can have it, like, available. But there might be something else that we can utilize in there, too. Like, it'd be nice if I can just go ahead and, like, get a storeroom out there, so that way it wouldn't, like, you know, cause any problems, like, for, you know, the actual map. I can go and get a couple of items. At least I figured out how to unlock this stupid thing, so. It wasn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be. But then again, like, the car keys still may have something to do with the car in there. So there may be a puzzle involving the car. Okay, what we got here is... trading post. Special floor plans now, it costs... additional... Okay, so that could work, but that also means I could end up, like, screwing my, run up more. Dig spots ain't gonna really mean anything if I ain't got a shovel. Should I do the trading post? Because the lack of gems has definitely, been hitting me, but I'm gonna do the trading post. Plus it gave me a dice, so. Excuse me. All right, I'll go get some items. I'll come back. I kind of want to go and check and see if the garage is unlocked still, but probably not because it's not even on the map. That means we have to, like, get the garage on the map. And there's really not, like, I guess, like, not really much more reason to have it now aside from, like, if we wanted to, like, check out the, if we had the car keys. Okay, we went left and forward previously. We're going to go right this time. Okay, I'm going to make the same mistake I made before. We're going to do a hallway. Okay, that actually works perfectly. And if I do this, if we get ourselves a storeroom, or closet, perfect. So we do that, then it means, like, it gives us, like, more, like, rooms to kind of, like, work with instead of having it in the middle of the map. That can cause us problems where, we don't have, like, either, like, ways to go. But having the closet in the corner, yeah, it's, like, makes things a lot easier, like, for navigation. We'll do this. All right, let's just go and just keep going. I was going to go back and, like, try, like, to plot some of the other areas around. Get, proper perimeter, but let's see. Coat check. Parlor. Parlor's a no-brainer. We don't want to, like, limit our options. And again, this is, like, one that's actually more simple than the billiard room one. Just, again, it seems like there's times it can, like, come down to either, like, process elimination or just being, where you have to guess. A statement appears on another box. So, see, here's the thing here. So technically they're both telling the truth because that statement appears on the other box, and so it means, like, both of those are telling the truth, and the blue box is empty, meaning you're lying, meaning the blue box has to have something in it. Because those two are obviously telling the truth. Whoa. Think I might have an idea on where that'll work, but we'll see. We'll check when we get there. Right now, so obviously, these two are telling the truth because, it's statement on another box, statement on another box. It means this one's the liar, so it's got to be in the blue box. Thank you. Okay. This gives us a few different options here. See, we did the commissary. Technically, it works similar to the Nook. And I can do the gem thing or whatever, and that means I'll get, like, another dice I can use to reroll. But if I do the den, because obviously going down where it's probably not going to be like really anything much I can really use in there unless it's like another room I can get like, you know, items or something. It is. It definitely is, Jeremy. Welcome in. So if I do the den, that's another gem, and I got 3 ways I can go. I do the nook, I get another key, and that's like, you know, 1 way I can go. And this one right here, it takes a gem, but items are for sale, but I'll get a dice I can use to re-roll things. This is a tough choice here. I feel like I should go in like, because I don't even have any money yet. So I can get a dice or whatever. We'll do the den. Because the other room could end up being a place where I can get more items. But I don't know. We'll see. This better be worth what I just did. See, and I can still do a commissary. Now, if I did a storeroom, I can get like, you know, there's really no point. I mean, I kind of want a patio. Because that spread gems in each green room. We don't really have any green rooms right, you know, now, whatever. So, should I re-roll? Nah. We'll do patio. I got my gem back out of it. Very below. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds. Oh, that's nifty. Occasionally, you may discover small amounts of dirt in certain rooms of the escape. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Okay. So we just need a shovel. Alright, good call on that one, Amber. I still got my gem back out of it, and then got this one right here, so technically I came out, you know, about even. Definitely need this one, right there. Because this is what I want to try to test something with. So I said inspect these more closely. Now, I'm probably wrong about this, but... Whoa. Swan song. That's the password. Okay, yeah. Hang on. Pretty sure I remember it, but... Okay. Swan song. Yeah, it was just really hard to tell, because thing is, I don't know if I actually... Because, I don't know, I mean, Son told me to kind of, like, you know, try to use a magnifying glass on it, just to see if, like, you know, the words could be easier. See, all this part of me, like, thinking outside the box, was wondering if, like, if this was, like, put up on there and someone scribbled it out beforehand. Well, no, that wouldn't make no sense. I was saying scribbling it out. Part of me was wondering, like, if this was corkboard or whatever, if someone actually wrote the password on this before they hung it up. Technically, it could have, like, you know, kind of like a bit of a different variation of the whole thing where, like, you know, someone writes in a book and you use, like, charcoal or, you know, or use, like, something to kind of, like, you know, scribble, do like that or whatever. And it, like, you know, the indent, like, you know, shows you, like, what the word is, like, when you scribble on it. But I was thinking, like, you know, they put it up and then wrote, but then again, it's also not typed. It wasn't, like, written, it was typed. So that, me overthinking that way too much. Way too much. All right, so this means we can access this terminal now more deeply. Our swan song. See what this gets us. Thankfully, most of the letters are, like, you know, kind of like, you know, at the tail end of the alphabet on this. And Yahtzee. Should be. Excuse me. I didn't submit. I just noticed under R2. It was starting because that escape to go back. I was like, wait, I'm not playing on a PlayStation. Or I'm not playing on a PC. Alright, this won't take me long to put it back in, though. Assuming it is right, but it did, like I said, swan song. All right. So they're using dial-up, I think. All right, network login. Okay, there's a lot of stuff we can kind of crack into here. All right, staff services. Punch in, punch out. Staff announcements, request schedule change, special orders. There's a brand of gum or your favorite fruit. The commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. See, so it means like I can like get like a particular item like shipped in within a certain time, like within like 1 to 3 days. All right. Service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions led by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Friends at Faithful Services. Thank you. Request schedule change. Okay, so at least like not all this. I can only do special orders here. All right, what should I do a special order for? I feel like the magnifying glass we've already probably figured out maybe the main thing we need that for. Metal detector sounds like that could be fun, but I'm gonna get a shovel just because we have problems. All right. So like when it comes in or whatever, to be on a map, or like a variation that where we can actually use it. Okay, staff server remote terminal access. It's possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the state using RTA. View active terminals. All right, office, laboratory, and shelter. Okay, so at least we know, like, we already need a laboratory at one, but at least know there's an office and shelter that can have these. So I'm guessing like, we have to have those, like, actually on the map. And what this means is that we will be able to access, like, the same, like, we could probably, like, just log right on in from, I don't know. All that means we won't have to put the password in again. Electronic mail. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Okay. Geez, is there anything available I can use? I like if there's actually a glossary of everything here. All right, definitely need to kind of like keep things noted here because I'm pretty sure it's probably like something here that we can like use moving forward. They wouldn't like hit it behind like that password. There wasn't something else to this. I feel like there might be something to that because I'm wondering if it could be because they said that the office has like specific things we can use for there. I'm hoping I can access the laboratory or whatever, so that way we can I'm guessing like each computer might have like different things you can use or different functionality. All right, so I'll keep that noted. And hope we can like find the laboratory. That stupid chapel. Launder currency. Yeah. All right, so problem with this is that if we do this one, yeah, it's gonna lock us out of going anywhere else. Chapel gives us extra spots. It's just, well, I guess I ain't got no money at the time anyway. So I like how one like wants to give me currency, the other one like wants to take it. We'll do that one. So we have like extra ways we can go. Okay, now next up. Drawing room will probably be a good idea. I've already got like another shot, means to be able to like, draft anyway. We'll go and check the chapel first since I ain't got no money at the moment. You just can't take anything from me. I got one key. Let me make sure the other one doesn't need a key too, because I'd rather like take like use the. All right. We'll do. Please don't let me regret that. Okay, so there is like a way around. Well, I've been wanting to have this one. I've been wanting to use it, but don't let me regret this. I just use like all my gems up, you know, so we can have like multiple ways. But see, this means like we also can have like, you know, means between going between this room and the drawing room. Darn it. Well, I swear if all these are locked. Definitely not doing that furnace. We definitely don't want to do that either. Redraw. Oh. I don't have a gem. I would have loved to have the aquarium. That would have been cool. But the dark room. So the dark room bested me last time or whatever. It kind of screwed me over. But thankfully we already unlocked another room right here. So we already... When you think about it, dark room, like, you know, we rendered it null anyway. Because we already plotted the other rooms. So we basically rendered the dark room completely useless. Alright, let's go back to... I just wasted, like, you know... Hopefully we'll find some food. I just wasted, like, a step right there, but, Of course it's locked. What about you? You locked too? Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're definitely not doing the furnace. Well, I mean, we're getting really close to that antechamber. Spare room. I watch it be locked. Alright, I need food. I really need food. Like, actually, I kind of need food IRL too, but I definitely need food in the game. Really? Oh my god. How dare you? Okay, anyways. So now I need more keys. Alright, so we go to our den, parlor, corridor. Yeah. Alright, I got like, you know, plenty of steps still, whatever. It's just, I wish I could find a lab. Or like the office, whichever. Okay, we got two more other paths we can take here. This blows. They just completely like just... Well, good news is I can still get 10 steps back, so it's not total loss, but I can... This means like... Yeah. Middle path there, nothing. But... Keycard's always nice. So, this means we can... Like, I could technically go back and, Problem is I'm gonna have to, like... It means I have to trek all the way back to security. Just to be able to, That's gonna be a waste of steps right there, so... This means I can kind of, like, you know... I can raise the security or whatever and have, like, you know, more, keycard panels. I want to do this, because I'm wondering if they're... Because I'm guessing what it means is, like, the rank where it's, like, how many times you plotted the room. Like, the rooms, like, rank up each time, whatever. I wish there was already some food in here. But, car keys. all well and good, but there's no food. It said like a rank 8 or whatever. Like anytime I come here, there'll be food, but. All right, see if we can get another closet. Storeroom. But, darn it. I need a gym for the observatory. I was really, see, because that could have got us our next rank for that, but storeroom's not as bad. Not that bad or where we still get like another key. Because we're like some spots we need to unlock. Now I'm hoping there may be a possibility that we might be able to kill two birds with one stone, and like, and if we go up here the right way, I can like, you know, use this to kind of get back to where I was. I don't think it's gonna happen. So that gives me a reroll, but I lose my gem, and it just. Billiard room's probably the best bet. Because the whole point of the dark room where that would have nullified its effects or whatever. Okay, See, I really need food. That's the thing.
Here comes a new challenger!
Jiaming Liang, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. All right, so anyways, let's see. We did the West Wing Hall. It means we can go further up. Because these two are going to, like, you know, pretty much make where we can't go anywhere further in this. And one is still see if I can find that lab. There's the possibility the drawing room may, you know, it may give us the lab. Or the passageway. We got 2 spots there where we can use a key. But I really need food. Because the problem is the food I might not be able to afford the food if I don't watch it. The food may not even actually be like, you know, where I can... I'm going to chance it. I'm going to go for this. Probably shouldn't have done that because I bet you, like, knowing my luck. Okay. Perfect. Oh, but see, it's a tough call here, but I need to use the laboratory. Only issue is... Uh-oh. This might be a problem. I mean, we got the laboratory. That's the good thing. Just give me a key to access both areas if I can get back. Okay, Then again, hold on. We don't have to go back. Because I was thinking about that way we need the remote access. So that would pretty much let us access the laboratory's features. But should still be the same thing here. Because obviously I had like other places online. We have to go all the way back to like that spot to access the features there. I'm assuming, if this does have like unique stuff you can do, and I'm hoping that like, you know, it's gonna be the same password for all of them. I feel like it should be because we're on the same network. We're about to find out. All right, come on, Swan Song. Okay, so Swan Song works, I guess, for all of them. All right, I'm just wondering, does it have anything unique to it? Because why would they let you like use them like on a network, have remote access if they each didn't have like something specific to them? Really? So is it the same thing? I gotta log in all over again. At the very least, you know, if we end up accessing the office or whatever, or the shelter, you know, we have like the password for them. I just want to see if this has anything unique to it. I don't think it does, but I was like, but again, why would they let you have access to all the computers? Like, you know, or let you can like do a remote thing. Make sure I don't like accidentally like log myself out this time. All right. Staff services. See if this does anything. Okay, that's right. So we got the key card system here. So now I can actually, access the key card thing, from this one. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that up to set it to the max. Set this off offline just in case. I don't know if I'm gonna cause a blackout or whatever, but from setting. So we're just gonna look at its base features. Experiment setup. Start drawing the whenever you draft a shot for next time. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems crafting a room, or whenever you draft a shop room, I'm wondering if this says permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. It means I start off with extra gold each day. Let's see. I'm also thinking about something else. Add a small chest at the entrance hall. Whenever you draft it, we'll do this. This is for the rest of the day. So it's not really gonna do us much good. It doesn't seem like it matters much. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting, whatever. I guess I can see why that could be game breaking. If you consistently did it, means you can continue to add more and more gold each time you start a new day. That's just for experiments. So this pretty much means when we use the network thing. Okay, so that's what that means. We'll have to travel all the way back just to be able to Alright, so at least I kind of get that now. It's it lets us access features on the other computers without having to go all the way back there. Alright, so as it stands, we got 24 steps left to get back to where we were, which we should be able to make it. Remember, did I get my stuff out of the storeroom? Not like we can really access it from there anyway. Alright, so get the key. Coupon book. What? I know we're suddenly finding all these items. I wish I could find the garage, but... Oh boy. This is the problem. Alright, yeah, we're wasting steps here because... Well, it wasn't really a wasted step because I had to go in there and get the key, but... Can't afford to make any mistakes now. Hold on, what's this? Staff notes, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Claire Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Weird. Guess I'm going to try to solve this puzzle. Just get us another gem or whatever. All right, 8. All right, 4 times 2 is 8. Geez, they're starting to get into it now. All right, 10 times 3 divided by 6. So I'll use the calculator stuff, like, for the division. Because I kind of like think I need it there. So it's 30. Should be 5, right? Oh, good grief. All right. Because at least I'm, like, carrying the most of it before we get to the dividing part. So let me see. 11 minus 3 times 1. So it's 8 divided by 4? So it should be 2, right? See, I hate when it does that. Like, I do it wherever, and then, like, I try, like, to switch it, put it down to that one, then it moves over 1. It was 2, right? Crap. See, I was... All right. Oh, that frustrates me. All because, like, it went over, like, one spot. Like, I had it on 2 or whatever, and then it went over. It was 5. And it should have been 2. See, I had it, whatever. It's just like what happened last time. I got... Oh, 2 keys. All right. That's the reason it's a good idea to do these, because it could be gems. I think times it's been gems and times it's been keys. I wish they put some food in there. It's like last time I did that, like, it slid over 1, and I had the thing solved, and then I had to start over just because it landed on the wrong one, and I pushed the button. My guess is that, like, the more I go through these rooms, like, the more, like, they rank up, and then eventually it means, like, so it's like as I rank the rooms up, I'll get, like, extra perks. Like, for this one, like, doing it 8 times or whatever, like, getting to rank 8 means I have, like, I have food in here waiting for me every time. I should have enough steps to get me on, like, back up through here. Let's see, yeah, we're getting there. I'll have enough steps, I think. It'd be nice if the kitchen came back up so I can just, buy some food, but... See, they did it to me again. Well, I mean, at least we got the pantry. And then, like, give us, like, a little spotlight right there in the center to offset, how the guest room kind of, like, stopped us. So I should have took advantage of my, ability to redraw my floor plans there, but I needed food. They had banana in here. It's not going to give me, like, too much, but... There's no point in making a boudoir or whatever, because unless there's an item in there I could use. I'm at the boudoir. I can't recall if I've been here before or not. What's this? Mm-hmm. Problem is we don't know the safe. We don't know the password. don't really see much else in here I can do at the moment. I'm definitely have to like start trying to keep an eye out for like some kind of safe password. Unless... yeah, it was worth a try. See, I was thinking something. I was wondering if it had some kind of semblance, in regards to... I'm going to take a picture of it for future reference. But I was wondering if it might be a possibility the number of, like, ornaments on the tree and the number of presents may have something to do with it. I think I might be, like, looking into it too much. I mean, but it does kind of... I don't know. I think it might be a possibility, but... I'm also thinking it could be just have something like else in the house where it's gonna like link to that. Because as I forget, previously, we had like a note talking about like the billiard room. And it was nowhere near the billiard room. The only thing that concerns me is there's a possibility like the breaker box. I can try it. Well. Yeah, it was. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court will want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kiss in the foot that treads upon her memory. Give up her memory, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. I've never had a family name nor fortune of my own. I cannot personally condemn you for faltering your commitment to make the same sacrifice she did. For the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine cause that she forfeit everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price that she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode to the darkness of 100 nights. Deny your stories and deny your life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. And you'll say, we will not be coming to come for Christmas this year. Daniel. Well, I don't even know that was really worth cracking or whatever, unless there was like some kind of like specific lore there. So hope I've got enough to, at least see what the next room is. Well, I don't want to do that. It's locker, sauna, and pump room in today's draft pool. There's a reason I did that. Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, whenever you enter this room. Yeah, I screwed myself up. I thought it said whenever you draft, like, I thought that one said whenever you draft another bedroom. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see what this last room over here was. Yeah. Yeah, that could have went a lot better at the end. Ordinary in. I guess I'm gonna do one more run on this Rogues. Okay, well first off, let's go ahead and head on out here and draft this spot. Yeah. There was a shelter before, right? I think there was like a shelter that said had a computer on it. So any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. And I'll be able to use it then. Hold on a second. I think I just goofed it. The only thing it says like what day it is. Hmm. There's got to be a way like for me to tell like what time, like what day and time it is, because I don't know if like the date I just said like was literally like the time was literally like only like 5 minutes away, but yeah. No point in putting in Swan Song on that one because we don't have anything else unlocked. Part of me wants to go over here and kind of like look around just for a second too. See if there's anything else I might be missing. Like I said, I was gonna explore a little bit more of this like during the stream. See, I don't think I ever saw this before. Don't know what that is, but... Another thing that stands out to me, these trees right here. There's a bunch of like... Wait, what's that? Another... I guess like some kind of apple orchid or something. Yeah, it's the fact that these trees right here, like... That sounds really odd about them. Okay, so hopefully I'll figure, you know, more of this out. Maybe this run. And I've already like wasted like several steps, so I'm gonna go ahead and head on into the house and... see what we can find. All right. All right, we'll go left. Also, a bit of audio delay going on. I just noticed that with my footsteps. All right. All right, that's just things back. All right, let's see. So, guest bedroom, hallway. Got an idea. Do this and... All right, well, we can, like, you know, at least get a couple gems. Possibly. All right, let's see. This box is the middle box. Are you lying out of your ass? Gems are in the middle box. I could have made that any simpler. Thank you. Right, and right when I need them. All right, so which one are we getting this time? Assume it works like it's supposed to. Should be rooms with more doors. Hold on a second. Because we didn't access it last time. This means we should... Alright, this will definitely give us like a means to kind of like, you know, spread our path out like a lot more. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Can rotate... Ooh, too bad we can't access it. 7 locked doors, jeez. This is gonna suck. See, this one is gonna probably guarantee the whatever. Because thinking about it, Protection from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. So that should mean we won't have to worry about that now. Then we nullified it. Let's see. Yeah, we nullified it. Cannot see the floor plans while drafting this room. See, that'll nullify that too, but... So we don't want the closet there. This will nullify the dark room. And it kept it lit up too while I was at it. See, fortunately we ain't got the magnifying glass, because that's something right there. We gotta find a magnifying glass. See, there's a lot of stuff I'm seeing here. Print notes. HS has requested yet another point of her ladyship. Another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as in a large print of an enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. We definitely need a magnifying glass. So now this one is actually going to be perfect right here. We'll do it along like that right there, and we can hopefully get some currency. Oh! It changes, like, it switches them around. So basically what this means is that if I have, like, you know, all your keys, all right, so I can basically, let's say I had a whole bunch of keys, I can switch, like, you know, okay. Too bad I can't really utilize it. I can, like, switch, like, you know, the amounts. All right, duly noted for the future, but it doesn't really help me right now. See if I do this one. Takes away the effect of that. Good thing is there was like a whole bunch of bad rooms right there. I'm feeling right at home here, I suppose. Okay, let's go ahead and open up a shortcut back to the entrance hall. Jeez, there's that boiler room thing. That was the power source they were talking about. All right, do I dice it up or... What's in the bedroom? I forgot what that letter is right there. Not too keen on the whole 7 locked doors thing. We'll re-roll. I have to do that one because I ain't doing the chapel. Okay, let's see if I can get a storeroom here or a closet. Well, Okay. Problem is I just completely locked out that side of the map when I did that, unfortunately. But there's still like at least 4 more rooms I can go up, so welcome in, Nico. I can still go up at least. Because now I got locked out the entire thing. Jeez. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do this the courtyard. I'm hanging in there. Okay, I'm trying to think here. We got like all this drafted. Before we go too far up. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I want to see if I can get like a. I keep on hoping I can get like a closet so I can get some items. I really don't want this chapel, whatever, but it's gonna like let me go forward, like all the way to the end. There goes some of my change. Hate this room. Well, that does not work the way I want it to. But it could. Except it won't because I don't have a gem. Alright. It's the, I opened up the Westgate path. Alright, so back to the entrance hall, I guess. Well, hold on. See if this can, like, let us go 2 different ways. Security. Which we already know that the thing anyway, but we already know the password. The main takeaway from this, we need something like this. Let's just, put something in a corner over here. Come on, closet. Finally. A dice and a gem. Great. I don't really know how I feel about that. Alright, so our best... the way we need to go now is we need to head back up to the courtyard, which is a straight path through here at least. And the fact that the bedroom's closed off. Darn it. Okay. Yeah, it took a little legwork. I won't spoil it for you, though. And what's this? Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, has been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no longer to the public eye, even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold, his pen name, to free her from the political association that one might make with the Sinclair family. January 27th. There's a lot of reading. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. At the very least, once I actually figured it out, or like once I saw, because at first I almost missed it, I was like, wait a minute, and then, yeah, you'll see. Alright, January 27th, day 6, Swimbird, author never considered herself success, by Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with such much skepticism by the many pundits that view that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Alright, November 11th, 86. Publisher and author detained by Greg Gard question. Caleb Manning and his publisher, Philip White, were 2 or 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Okay, it's starting to get dark now. Although no group has come forward to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF. who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. In fact, that's bold. I don't know, something about the fact that they put that in bold font. All right, who call themselves the Children of Blackwater in relation to the Pirates of Blackwater. Reventine Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This will not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charge was later dropped. Number 17, Reddington Herald, Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split from her long-term publishing partner, Reddington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, who Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance himself from the publisher this week. He was seen at the corner, a suspicious bag under the arm or whatever, waved down a local man. This is the third major last year's anticipated charge by the Crown Mang was the last whatever. No trace discovered of Stinka Harris, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, author of and illustrator whose financial stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage at the late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the cause foul play. Bullshit. It's an out-of-character incident at this point. We are seeking information. Seems a little too coincidental that she went missing right after she dropped her publisher. Kind of sound like they want to keep her hush-hush about things. In the worst way possible. It's starting to frustrate me that I can't get to the bedroom from... Right, back to the weight room. Okay, we got 2 ways we can head out here. Well, nice to have the sledgehammer. Too bad I didn't want the shovel. But the fact that we got a dirt plot right here and I can't even access it. That might be a good idea to do the cloister. Cloister or whatever you call it. Oh, this one over here. I'd rather have like 2 ways we can go up. And I'll get a key out of that one, so. This thing looks sus. Why they got dirt plots out there? It looks like you can go out there, I think. Like, 'cause why would they have dirt plots unless you couldn't? Unless you could, if you couldn't. This is a weird one. I was trying to expect everything here. See, this thing I'm missing. I know, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just like overthinking it. But why would they have? Because I'm pretty sure those are dirt plots. Why would they have them there unless you can go out there? I'm just like, just manically just waving this thing around, trying to see if I can like click on something. So maybe they're just like, putting it out there just to make you think you can go out there. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but well, making myself dizzy, like wandering around. I don't know, it's just, it feels like really sus. Like, why would they have like, dirt piles out there? Unless there's something you can do. And the fact that, it seemed like it got like really quiet when I went out here outside, like the wind blowing. Okay, just to humor it. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm just gonna like just see if there's something that's going on out here. I knew it. Something is here. Apparently there's some switches out here where we gotta find, but apparently they're just really hard to like pinpoint. I just want to confirm it, so I wasn't like just sticking around out here or whatever, but the question is, all right, so obviously we just saw a prompt right there. One of them. I mean, I don't know. They said it like something to push. I mean, there might even be like a certain order you got to do in it, so I might end up screwing this up anyway. But because how could anyone have like actually? Because the thing is, I knew something must have been out here because it just seemed like really sus. Okay, but now I'm not getting any more. Hold on. Promise I'm not seeing anything else here. Unless I gotta like inspect every single solitary side of each of them. I'm really not too keen on that. Okay, well, at least it wasn't seen. Didn't say it was any particular order. So what's so important about this stupid thing? Mr. Nogola, if you're reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting so much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day working on this state. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Mrs. Babbage. Allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Meaning what? So does that mean like I'm gonna like get more money like at the start of each day or something? I don't know. Maybe it has like it's only gonna carry over to like the next day. All right. Still doesn't help the fact I don't have like any actual A shovel. At least it means I'm gonna, like, you know, be able to start this off, like, without, like, being completely broke. Alright, so we do the Great Hall. There's, like, 7 doors that are gonna be locked. What they're saying. We do this one, because I think that gives us, like, 4 paths. This gives us just 3. But see, there's also a chance that we won't even be able to, like, you know, which we got 2 keys, but... I'm gonna chance the Great Hall. Looks like straight up a Scooby-Doo episode. Okay, I'm gonna hope I can get some food out of this. Alright, what's on the menu? Club sandwich. I don't have quite enough, but see, that could work. I got 3 red rooms. 4, actually. Like, that could boost everything back. I just need 1 more coin. If I can get 1 more coin where that's gonna, like, you know, definitely, you know, be the best thing. Because I can, like, you know, I've got, like, 4 red rooms. Whatever. I was gonna unlock the door anyway. Let's see, if I do the guest bedroom, that could help. But see, the billiard room also has a chance that I could, like, have money in there. I'm gonna do the guest bedroom to close this spot off, but that gives me, like, some steps back. And there might be an item in here. Okay, we already saw the billiard. That's the clue about the billiard room. Well, if nothing else, at least we got, like, just some, steps back. But don't seem like there's anything in here. That book kind of looks sus. Alright, never mind. Okay, nothing else that just, you know, let me boost myself on that much. If I can get 1 more coin, I can come back to the kitchen. I can, like, you know, increase everything even more. Definitely keep this run going, like, a bit longer. Onwards to the Great Hall. I guess, like, it doesn't really matter which one I do. I kind of want to do this one because it can, like, help me go up a little bit further. Regardless, there's a problem here. So, I can do the pantry, get a little bit... That's what I need to do, actually. It's a gamble here, but it gives me the money I need, gives me a little bit more food right here, and I can... Alright. Let's just hope that the way I can go about this, I'll have a means of getting a key. See, this actually could help. It's gonna, like, you know, give me, like, 1 path up. But see, this right here basically be the same thing. And it spreads, like, you know, gems to the other rooms. Okay, first I do it before I do anything else. And should I actually see if I can plot, like, a red room? I know I don't want to do that, but... Crap! Door's locked. So that's gonna be a problem. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we got the nook right there, and if I didn't go in there, I still got a key I can pick up. So it's not over yet. I'm kind of, like, trying to play this a little bit smart here. So the way we can do this, if this works properly... I think we just gotta get to the end. So if I'm right, this should give a massive... There we go. Now we are talking. And while we're at, get a banana to increase it just a little bit more. So those red rooms just came in handy. And in fact, I nullified like the effects of the first 3. The only one I didn't nullify was the chapel. The shelter, like, let me nullify the other one's effects or whatever, so definitely worked out in my favor. Alright, and we got a key right here. Okay, I'm checking the courtyard. I want to see that if it put a gem out here. Oh, so apparently it did spread gems to all the rooms. So it means like maybe the cloister has one too. Okay, yeah. So basically all the green rooms, which is only like one other one, so there's no point in going all the way back over to the terrace or whatever. They got green room, they got gems in them now. Alright, so we got ourselves a choice here. At the patio, do we do this? Because obviously there's no point in doing that because it's going to basically just completely just derail everything because there's already a room over there. So we do this, chances are it's just going to lead to a dead end. So really, our options are like open this door, one of these doors, or open the one right there. And I wanted to like take the one that like takes us further up. Or it should, hopefully. Push come to shove, if this one doesn't give me a good loadout, I got like, a couple of redraws. That works. Dining room. Yeah. That says rank 7. So I'm guessing like what it means like the further in you go or whatever. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. That's how it works. So we go back to patio. It's the higher up it is on the columns that signifies its rank. So if we got one up where we would have got food. Yeah, each daily meal is served and the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Unless what it means is that if we can get up to rank 8 or whatever, we come back or whatever, maybe it'll be a meal. I'm going to try it. Some other time. I'm hoping they're not about to tell me I've gotten locked out because I don't have keys. Shoot. This is the problem. Now, I do still have the Nook. Hate these locked doors, though. Alright, if we're lucky... Like, I unlock one door, just end up, getting, caught by 2 more on it. Please don't be locked. Alright. Now, this can give us, like, some options. Gives us 3 options here. Alright, we're gonna do the den. There couldn't have been a key in there. Yeah, good thing I got a sledgehammer. Not... Asking shall receive. Run ain't over yet, rogues. We got just what we needed. I want to try something here. I want to see if I can use it to kind of be as a shortcut to get back to where we were without having to... See, both ways up there to dining room were locked. We know that if we try to do the Great Hall here, that's going to be locked. Thing is, if we go around, we're going to waste steps. We're going to spend steps and everything. We do this, it'll be a shortcut, but we'll lose a key. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to go around. Well, hold on. Well, we got to, like, draft this anyway. There's, like, literally, like, looks like a clue piece right there. You notice I think it's more for chess. Okay. So next up. Well, shoot. It's literally got like a. All right, never mind then. So much for going through there. Please don't be locked. Of course it is. All right, so that way right there is like, we literally only got one way to go here. Do not make me regret this. Should just went all the way around. See, that's gonna like lock everything off anyway. All right, we're gonna redraw. I'm deciding my fate here on this one. I'm in my own path this time. Okay, now we're gonna try something else. Let's see. Watch it be locked. No. Still gonna be locked, but see, this gives us two different paths to take. Oh, see, this one's not locked. Oh, I get it now. It lets us decide, like, which way it's gonna... Alright. That's pretty nifty. I didn't say I want to go in there, but... Technically it works because it's taking us right to the antechamber. Now that we're going to be able to get in there because we need levers, but... Watch. Alright, good thing we got a key. Alright. Alright. Nice try. Darn it. Well, that's not happening either. I can access the aquarium now, at least. I've been wanting to check this one out. Problem is, now I gotta go around. Just to get up. I don't care. I want to go into the... Got a shovel finally, so that worked out. A turnip. There's not even a keyhole on it. Opportunity to earn and spread. Darn it. See, because we needed to get into the office. See, if I do this... I just saved that. There might be a possibility we can still get it. We've never been to the library, so... Pretty sure this one's gonna be closed. Yep. We're locked. Look how they got like a little bed for the fish in there. So since it's every color room, wouldn't that mean like technically there should be like a gym in here? But I guess it's just like it's a wild card room. Can we go up? Oh, cool, we can. The house directory is a great resource for information. You wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R1 to pull up your directory. Gem. Alright, book request form. Okay. Books and periodicals requested with this room will be pulled and available next time you draft the library. It doesn't really say what they do, though. I'm guessing they'll give us some kind of perk. Well, I guess we're like, I'm basically... Alright, well, I mean, that's what we're using, I guess. It doesn't say, like, what they're for, like, what, you know, books you get. Please don't be locked. Damn. We're so close to the antechamber this time. Okay, let's see what's up here. If we're lucky, maybe I can find, like, a key. Oh. This is my... It's basically... Okay. So basically just, like, logs, like, you know, what I've done so far. Scrapbook. Okay, this is kind of cool. Alright, so unfortunately, it's still not helping me like what I need to do. I ain't got no key. This feels like this is probably like the most, like, the furthest I've gotten in this. Yeah, definitely. You know, you look at everything I've done here. I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, I still got a chance of finding something else. Now I gotta go back just to, you know, try to go forward. Alright, so if we go over here and go back to the rotunda, I think, like, the other one was locked, too, so that might be a problem. But at least we got, like, you know, the shovel, so if I can at least go around and try to dig a little bit. One day. What? That's like going exactly right back where I... No. Let me out. Go where I dang well please. Alright, let me see. I think the den was locked. No point in trying to go in there knowing like it's probably still gonna be locked. Or at least... See, this is what I hate when this game does this or whatever. Like, you know, it makes you go all the way around just to... Wow. Well, so we're going to the den anyway. So it's just, you know, it's the happening place to be right now. I reiterate, I got a sledgehammer. I could blow that door down if I wanted to. Or pry it open. I got a shovel and a sledgehammer. I don't think that door, you know, stands much of a chance, but logic. Oh, come on! Now that's just mean. Oh, you know, I got 2 more chances right here. Watch me. Well, I mean, that's great. How many coins? A few coins. That was only like... Whatever, I swear. That was only like 1 coin. Turnip. I turned up some food. See, I'm about to go in here like and, you know, just... No, I can't buy it again is the problem. I just thought, I'm going to go in there and buy that food again. You know, buy the same thing I got before. I forgot I can't buy it again. All right, so the problem we got here. We ain't got no more keys. I'm pretty sure the dining room, like, both ways in there, unfortunately. Yeah. The one in the den's locked. The one in the library's locked. The ones in the dining room are locked. Yeah. Now I can still go and try, but... I got, like... Y'all got to do better than that. It's gonna be a gamble. But I just so happen to remember a way I can, get me a few keys. Yeah, there was a few things. Let's see here. Let's go open these doors. I'm still gonna be cutting it close, unfortunately, but well, there's what. Do we already? Yeah, that's that stupid. That was what a shoe was. Yeah, just the only problem is like having to like go back to it or whatever. That's the only time I've used it, but definitely helped. Still don't have 2 gems though. Crap. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. I'm almost compelled to put my shovel in there. Just guarantee I can get it later. But I'm going to try something. So it has to be like, whenever I buy food or whatever, buy that thing or whatever, it has to be like, when the... Yeah, I just completely just screwed myself over right there. I was trying to, like, see if I could cheese the thing, since I bought that food earlier, that, like, for every red room I drafted, it gave me, like, extra steps. But it has to be, like, once I already got drafted. Either way, I'll own up to that one. So we're going straight up to the library. I think I should have enough steps to, to see if I can at least get into the antechamber. Let me draft this. If I'm lucky, I... Don't be the office again. Walking claw... Do not let me regret this. Wait, what's that do? Is it like... I thought I was like a... Great to finding items. Yeah, that's wonderful. Let me find some food. I don't know if that was really worth it or not. I mean, I'm still going to be able to make it to the antechamber, I think, but... Yeah, hopefully, like, help me out here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. None of them lead to the antechamber. It's like there's no way to get in there now. I got all the way up here where we're just them to pull this on me. One key for each bedroom. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. It says there's a major and minor key in here. Key to the secret garden. That's cute. Yeah, my run's about... Wait, special key... Oh. I can use it here? Well, well, screw you then. I thought I thought we had like some kind of like Indian in the cover thing here. Like, you know, basically the magic key that works for what? I don't know. So, my run is basically done here, guys. I know I said Indian and covered or whatever, but I just thought it was like a thing where... Yeah, so that's it. Basically, that's my run. Yeah, with what? Steps. Fortunately, I can't access it. Alright, see, I'm out of steps. I only got 2 left, so this is basically it, guys. But at the very least, we got really close. I just wish that... When I didn't think about it, is that I got up to, like, 8. And I was wondering if it could have been, like... Because it said right there... Each day a meal is served in dining room after rank 8 has been reached. So I'm hoping that what it means is that it means, like, now... moving forward, since I did hit rank 8, I don't think I've ever actually got that high before. I'm hoping what that means is that, because I don't know if it means that, unfortunately, I'm not gonna have the key after this. So I wonder what this could mean. Part of me is hoping what it could be is that, like, since we've reached rank 8 once, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like, since we reached it once, moving forward, like, now whenever we see the dining room, there'll be food in there, but it may just be like the dining room has to be at rank 8. Each day a meal is served and then the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. I'm hoping like what, because that's the thing about it. It's like each day. So it's not going to be like guaranteed it's going to be up there in rank 8 each day. It's like it's only like in 7 right here. So I'm hoping it means like, you know, now that we actually, you know, reached like the rank 8 area, that means like, you know, we'll have a chance at, that means that we'll get food like, you know, there every time. So either way, at least I still like, you know, had a good run here, all things considered. It was my longest run I've had in the game so far. Just definitely, you know, I wish we could have gotten to the antechamber, like, right there at the end. Like, we had, like, yeah. Basically, like, none of the things we had, like, ended up, like, letting us go in there. So, that basically ends it right there. Only way I'll know now is, like, if I do exit, you know, get the dining room again, if I check it out and there's a meal on the table, regardless of where it's at, that's going to tell me that moving forward, a garden manor. So that was, like, my biggest run I've had so far on it. And which what extended it out was, like, I remember I was like, wait a minute, I got, like, all this money. I can use that to go back and get some more keys. So, yeah, at the very least... Yeah, totally. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. I got to head to the gym in a little while, but I'll probably definitely be playing more of this tomorrow. This is going to be like what I'm probably focusing on for the time being until I can hopefully beat it. But at least we did get, like, you know, some new stuff. We got, like, you know, 2 permanent upgrades this time. You know, we got, like, the allowance, so it means I should have, like, at least 2 coins to go in with starting off. And also, we did unlock, you know, the gate, meaning that we have access to that one spot outside where we can, like, you know, get some of these little special rooms. Because obviously that shelter really helped out with negating the effects of, like, the first 3 red rooms that we found, which in itself allowed us to go into the kitchen and, you know, request that meal that pretty much let us use, like, in the end, like, the red rooms ended up, like, being a massive advantage for us because for every red room we had, it gave, like, 5 more steps. And also the first 3 red rooms, like, you know, were completely negated. And I just, like, you know, because really, like, you know, the thing is, like, one of the worst ones would have been, like, the gymnasium because that would have, like, you know, cut my steps in half. That would have been, like, probably one of the worst ones. And so even actually I feel like, you know, that was even worse of a setback than what would happen, like, going to the chapel every time. At least I could avoid the chapel. And it's like, okay, like, one, you know, coin, like, taken away. So I pretty much went in and kind of, you know, turned, like, you know, somewhat the game was trying to use against me, like, in my favor. Like, I had, like, all the money, but nothing really I could, like, use, like, to buy, you know, I could buy with it. So I went in there and got a bunch of keys, and that let me kind of get a little bit further. And at least now, if I can access the library again, I can get that. I can check out that one book, I suppose, wherever it's going to be used for. The only thing is, it didn't, like, show what the books, like, you know, what their perks were. But at least, like, next time we roll the library, I should be able to get the book. Get that one book or whatever. The reason I kind of went with that was because I read about it in the thing, like, it was like, you know, Marigold. It was like Marion Marigold, or whatever her name was. It was the one that she made, or you know, the one she wrote. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just try to see if this will maybe give some kind of like, you know, since we read that like, you know, that one post about it, see like what kind of effect this gives, since it literally was like part of like the lore. But anyways, with that being said, guys, like I said, I'll play more of this tomorrow. Those, you know, came by, you know, if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And also, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, appreciate you doing that as well, since we are coming up on 1,000 subscribers here on this channel. And also, yeah, if you aren't on my Discord server, feel free to join that as well. So anyways, about to go hit up the gym. Next stream for this will be tomorrow. But until next stream, Rogues, much love. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.